Welcome to episode 5 of Chaotic Convos. Here we have our guest today, one of the most prolific customizers on the scene right now. Oh, stop. We have Mr. Figglesworth as our guest today, and we are your host, It Figures 89 and Chaos Wrestling Club.
Hey, yo.
So welcome,
boys.
Mr.
Thanks for
Figglesworth.
having me. Appreciate
Thank
being on.
Thank you for being a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
So yeah, we're gonna keep it low pro as always. Keep it less of an interview and more of just you're coming over to hang out with us.
Taking the scripts and throwing it out the window.
Exactly, man. No script. No problems, right?
Yeah.
So let's get right into it, man. I want to talk about some what makes you such a prolific customizer, in my opinion. So everybody kind of has their own style, especially like considering that we're all artists and art is subjective. Each artist has their own little flavor, little style, little way of doing things. And we each kind of all learn our own little hacks and different things that work for us to get the job done. And I've noticed that you've been really talented in finding a way, to achieve the goal. And one of the things that I had thought was really cool that you had shared with me that you had done a while back on one of your Brian Cage customs, and I know that you had done it before, but it was one of the first things that I had noticed you had done it on was the shrink wrap for the wristbands or the gauntlets. Yeah, dude.
Oh, I gotta get rid of this green screen. Hold on. Let me step out of my office
Step out
for
of the
a second.
office. Yeah, dude. It's like it's censoring Brian Cage. There we go.
The shrink wrap wrist tape. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Genius, dude. Genius.
Yeah. So when I asked about what that was, because obviously it wasn't sculpted, but it looked like it, and it definitely was too uniform to be like amateur, milli putt or whatever. And when you told me about the shrink wrap tubing, I thought the same thing Jason said. I thought it was genius.
I also here's a Zack Ryder that I did with the same.
Yeah.
With the custom L hand as well.
Now you also use shrink wrapping around that hand too, right?
Yeah, that's actually, spoiler alert, that's actually why the hand ended up the way it is, kind of all like
a little wonky-ish,
gangly, but it actually kind of helped work in my favor anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
That's actually the WrestleMania, was it 35 attire with him and Hawkins, who I'm actually working on a Hawkins green Jets attire next for that.
Fuck yeah.
That'll be
Hell
cool.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And see, that's so clean, and it just really ties the whole thing together, is having those cool little details like that. And obviously you can get it in color shrink wrap, and if you can't find the right color, just get white, paint it.
Yeah, I've actually only ever found, for this type that I use, I've only ever found black and white. And so I've used the black for like bully rays.
Now, what is it, like a radio cable shielding, or like a coax cable shielding or something like that?
It's just electrical wire heat shrink tubing. It's I think it's General Electric is the name of the company, like the brand, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've taken little hacks like that and applied them into your customs.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, it really takes them over the top.
Thanks.
So
appreciate it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna shut my door.
So when did you've been customizing for how long now? A couple of years?
Oh shoot, I want to say the first custom I made was, I want to say late 2020, probably early 2021.
Okay.
It was the all out Jazzware's Cody figure.
Right. So almost a
Yeah,
couple of years.
yeah. It's funny. I have a thing with doing white attires. So like, here's the all out Cody.
Which I highly respect, because if you're a customizer, you know that white and yellow especially are like the two worst
Bro,
colors
I
to work
hate
with.
white. I fucking
Yeah,
hate white.
they do not behave very well.
Yeah.
It's
Just the
tricky.
paint, for me at least, just the paint in general. That pigment is just
Yeah, it doesn't matter
troublesome.
what brand. It's just
Yeah.
that pigment, like you said, white and yellow, really bad.
It's
Yeah.
annoying.
I haven't done any yellow yet, but I'm sure I'll get into some here in a little bit.
Dude, if you can nail white, I'm sure you'll breeze past yellow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so almost a couple of years. And when did you start implying or applying? There it is again. Words is hard.
Mhm.
When did you start applying like little tricks and hacks and stuff into your customs to get the job done? Because I know, like you said, that you were kind of um, modest, a little shy about selling them or whatever. So you were just posting out of general purpose at
Yeah.
first. So
Um,
what got you to the point where you started using the little tricks and hacks to get the job done? At what point was that?
um, that was just kind of, so I've got a child who's just over 14 months old now, so she's a little over a year. And so just the late nights of being up feeding her, perusing, the customs groups, perusing Instagram, like, while trying to get her back to sleep, went to that's kind of where it got the creative juices flowing. So I think I saw one guy on the Customs 101 group using either it actually started with Ivy's custom figgies. He did the actual wrist athletic tape around some of his figures, which I actually did on my Devon. I put
I was just looking at that.
I put
I got the
house
same idea, and I did that for my hook. Yeah,
I
Ivy.
put House 14's 3D hands
Mm-hmm.
on it. Um, and so it actually looks really, really good. So that's kind of where that started in itself. And I kind of just saw different ones here and there. I wish for the life of me I could remember who I saw it from, because I want to give credit where credit is due.
Mhm.
But it was just a thing. I was like, oh, I can do that. That might look good. The integrating it on the hands is the tough part, though.
I like all the practical stuff. So I'm on your Instagram right now, and just like the Ricky, your most recent post, the Ricky with the sexy boy shirt, but the chain and stuff. I wanna start
Yeah.
doing that with mine too. I mean, it's just the little, and it's not even, I don't know. I need to do it to see how hard it is, but it doesn't
Hmm.
seem too hard. But just those little things will make it pop so much
Well,
more.
that's my thing. Like, that when it comes to the chain work and stuff like that, that kind of started when I had the idea for the giant Bernard figure that I'm currently working on and have been working on for, I would say, a little shade under 9 months. Um, but because the Austin Ultimate came with that necklace, right? And I was like, I can spray paint this chrome and put it on my Bernard. But then one day, my wife's very crafty, so one day we were at like Michael's or something, maybe Walmart craft section, and I started seeing um,
The itty
chains,
bitty
right?
chains, yeah.
So like I was like, ooh, these would look really nice. So I kind of just stockpiled those. So I got that, for Bernard and Bully
Now,
Ray, and
how do you cut and attach those? By the way.
some of them have parts where you can kind of just take two pliers and pull them apart, and then kind of squish them back together with the same pliers. Others,
Okay.
like for the Bernard, it might be
Yeah,
hard to see.
that tight link Bernard.
For the Bernard on the back, probably hard to see, but there's like a small circle connector that
There's an
comes like
actual link. Yeah.
as an extra, so it's just kind of hidden in the back.
Cool. Now, do you glue that in place, or do you just kind of leave it
No,
like
just
kind of hang?
Free
I just
flowy.
kind of just let it flow, man.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things that I've been looking for when when their figures drop, and then seeing if I can find little itty bitty crosses for these Hogan figures, but we'll see how that works.
Bro, my boy Will actually sent me. He made the same thing. It was like, I think it's the first one I got that kind of gave me the idea. I don't know why I didn't see other people doing it, but he made like the little chain, and he got, I don't know where he found it, but he got the little cross. He made it for HBK, but then he's like, I have 2 or 3 extras, and I was like, can I get one for my Hogan? Yeah, he sent me
Yeah.
over, but yeah, those things are flawless. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. So I was like, hey, this might work.
I'm
I
excited to see
love
your
stuff like
claim
that.
too. I want to see those the big Max Caster chain too.
I actually just found a gold one. I think at a Walmart that I picked up. So I'm prepping for that.
Hell yeah, that big ignorant ass rope chain that he's
God
got.
damn, I
I
love
love it.
him.
I
Yeah,
love it, dude. That big
he's
stupid
so
ass
good.
chain.
He's so
Yeah, I
good.
love it. And like I was saying, I think it's those the little details that, like Jason said, that take you in particular, your style takes it to that level, in my opinion. Um, I know that, like I said, you're modest about it and you got that shy mentality, but yeah, dude, I definitely think that your pro level and your stuff is great, and your choice of customs is always outside the box, or it's customs that aren't seen too often, or
To say the
and
least, right?
you approach it in a certain way, like I said, that's very detail oriented, and it's got, all those little things that the sum of all parts make it a flawless custom, a great custom.
I
I mean,
appreciate the
it sounds like you take your time too. You're talking about 9 months on one of
Yeah,
them. So
yeah.
well
yeah,
that's just going from like concept to finding out the the gear design, from finding out um the formula, everything, because I feel like I bought the uh the decals I used for his trunks, I want to say in probably February of this year from 3XR, and then I realized those were a little bit too small for what I needed, and I found out that Curb Stomp was able to get me what I needed when it came to size.
that's what it takes too. Like I'll a lot of the times I'll get a belt from Hellfire. Shout out Hellfire,
Shout
legend.
out.
But I'll get a design and I'll want it so bad that I'll rush through it, and it's more or less, the custom games is more or less a turtle race. So the slower you do things, the better it's gonna look. The more you concentrate on the, like we were saying, the small little details, the better it's gonna look. So yeah, I'm slowly learning that too, because I like my gimmick is kind of like speed. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get it to you right now, blah blah blah. But I'm learning slowly that if you slow down and look at the little things, it's gonna pop a lot more. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I was saying about, like, in the other episode about like commissions and getting caught up in the tornado of everything, and how sometimes I feel like people that maybe under 1,000 followers, maybe, or maybe people that don't do commissions at all, or maybe only do a few and then close their commissions or whatever. People that have more time to take 6 months on a custom, or even 2 months on a custom, when you don't have a deadline, um,
Yeah.
it you appreciate the cut as an artist. It comes out more to your standards. You're happier with it. You're able to take your time with it and try things, and if they don't work, you can try something else until it gets the way that you like, and you can kind of play with it more and put more passion and more thought into it.
Yeah.
That balance of customer service is like the only thing that is
Yeah,
always in the
but
back of my head. That's like, it's like you always, you've said it 100 times to me, at least, Tommy. Like, what's your little line? Like, if it's fast, it's not good. If it's
Yeah, you got I was
If
raised
it's
in a restaurant, and I was always told on a business end that when you provide a service to somebody, you're able to offer three things, and your customers can only pick two, and that's time, quality, and money. Yeah, time, quality, and price. So
what is it? If
if you
it's
want
fast and good, it won't be cheap. If it's
That's
good
it.
and
yep,
fast, it won't be. Or
fast
if
and
it's
cheap, it
good and
won't be
cheap, it won't
good.
be good. Yeah.
Yep. If it's good and cheap, it won't be fast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tight.
so
That stuck with me.
you can only pick two. So that's that ever circle, the triangle of what do you want.
I'm slowly learning that too. Talking to House, he's like kind of coaching me in like the 3D game a little, giving me some pointers too. That's just like, bro, just like slow it down. Like, look at
Yep.
this, look at that. Actually take your time with it. And yeah, it's miles better.
Yeah, the results. Crazy.
And then you feel good. You feel better about it too. You're like, oh damn, look at what I'm making now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Jeff Hardy that I posted, that was completely
That
wasn't
thing's
for
killer.
anybody. That wasn't for anybody, dude. That was just me and Megan going in the store, and then we
yeah.
saw the new Ultimate Jeff, and I thought to myself, like, dude, I want to, like, he's my favorite wrestler. I was like, I want to do something killer with that new custom or with that
Yeah.
new Ultimate, because it's a fixed torso. It's a good, like, the scans are good. I just think like the raccoon eyes over, because Will, the guy that Chaos was talking about earlier, our friend Will, he was kind of dunking on me when I was sending him pictures when I got
Yeah,
the
he
Ultimate
was.
originally, and I have it displayed here. Hold on.
The old drug addict Jeff. The old
Yeah,
faded Jeff.
yeah, I have it displayed. I'm a mark for Jeff, right? And I've seen hundreds of pictures of this man, and I know that he's made that face in
Yeah.
pictures where he's not messed up. I know, but he was really dunking on me because everybody displays it with the scream face and the fingers in the mouth or something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't. I went against the norm and I got roasted for it. But I knew, I was like,
Fuck
man,
'em.
the scan is there. I think it's what's throwing him off is that face paint, the raccoon eyes or whatever they gave him. So but yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead, and if I skin paint it, I think I can prove a point to him that it's there. It's Jeff.
Yeah.
And he's not effed up, He's not. He's cool.
Did you do those tattoos
Yeah,
and
did it
shit
completely
too?
paint on. Yeah, I handed the funny thing is this whole left arm,
It's fucking sick.
the way that it's better to show you with the stock fig. Hang on. So this whole painted arm right here,
Mm-hmm.
the base plastic of it is like this lime green highlighter yellow. Here, hold on. You can see it better if I bend the elbow. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yellow.
Oh yeah.
All that plastic in there, it's like this highlighter yellow green thing. And so thinking that I'm just going to acetone off, I didn't even bother to look at that when I'm, went to go acetone off the tattoo, and I saw that it was that like highlighter underneath, and I kept going. It was still nothing, and I was like, what the hell? Bent the arm and seen that, and I was like, all right, so yeah, I had to skin tone the entire arm and start from scratch.
It's fly.
And just do like design off of this. I had the reference photo up. I should have posted it on.
I can put it
No,
up
no,
on here
I
too.
did post it. Yeah, I posted up the reference photo. But yeah, just a picture I used to have on my wall when I was a kid as a Jeff Mark.
Nice.
And yeah, so that was just me taking my time. Like I said, just when you're able to take your time and do something for you,
I'm
it
thinking
turns
about
out better. That's how
I'm
it turns
thinking
out.
about Figgles. Have you ever done any like small bead work? Have you done any small bead work yet? Because I was like that Eddie
Not
Kingston,
yet.
his
Oh,
rosary.
Oh,
his
I was thinking
rosary.
about
yeah.
redoing that rosary, but just with trying to find some small beads because you were talking
Yeah.
about Walmart and Michael's. We're there a lot.
I've
So
seen
Yeah.
people do, for what it's worth, I've seen people do beadwork and dangle them off the horns of like their custom Malachi mask.
Malachi, exactly.
Yeah,
That'd be
and
cool.
they have
No, I
those.
haven't done any of that yet.
But as far as I know, from what I remember, if I remember correctly, don't quote me. If I remember correctly, somebody said that they had sculpted those, or it
Mm.
was like some kind of clay.
Well, I'm thinking I got like some thin wire with like itty bitty beads, and I'm thinking of just making like obviously like the necklace, just like a chain, but
Yeah.
then threading those little beads through. I haven't
I
done
think
it
that could
yet,
work.
but
I think that could
yeah,
definitely work.
yeah.
I think a smart thing to do would be if you took like string, like
Exactly.
like string, yeah, and spray painted the string,
Hmm.
like if you whatever color rosary, like red or black or whatever.
I guess not many
Uh,
wrestlers like Eddie's like the only one I guess you would do beadwork on, or Malachi too, but
Yeah.
that's a little project that I started, like you said, 6 months ago, and it just everything piles on top and overflows it.
Yeah. That's definitely something, finding that balance, you gotta find out what basically I do it for just me. And if I have something that kind of catches fire, then oh, sure, I'll definitely I could sell this, like the moose custom I made. I was just because I was like, oh, those tattoos would be cool to try and
Oh, dude,
do.
your mooses are fire
shit,
too.
And then
shit.
this one guy, I think it was Almighty Figures or something, he reached out to me via DM and was like, hey, I'll buy one. So I made him a Black Trunks one, and
How
threw it.
was how was applying all those tattoos?
It was actually one of the, like, my I kind of throw myself in, and that was the first time ever doing something to this scale, to this size, because his tattoos are like all over the place.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was asking.
I mean, they look great. There, you don't see
It's
any of the
wild.
seams of the tattoos either, because a lot of times I'll see kids on Instagram or whatnot, and you'll see where their seam work is.
Mm-hmm.
But on yours, at least
Or
on your Instagram, your
they'll lay
shit
the
is
whole
just
design over the articulation cut, and that
Yeah.
just makes my skin crawl.
yeah.
So what I did with it, with his tattoos, especially it's hard to see, but especially with the articulation, the chest cut and the back cut,
Yep. Yep.
I just kind of overlaid it, and we kept going over it with microsol. So
Okay.
basically it was just kind of, over those joints, it was kind of weakening it and weakening it. Then I took like a straight edge, flatter paintbrush, and just kind of started poking at it and poking at it, and it just kind of eventually just kind of curled into itself.
Mm.
So it kind of just had this real nice, even along the elbows, like
Yeah, it's so good.
it kind of just, it worked out better than I could have expected.
Yeah, that's another tip for people. Any beginners that are listening is decal softener is a game changer.
Microset and Microsol have been my saving graces.
I use a brand called MarkFit. I went into my local like gaming store where they sell like Warhammer, Citadel, Vallejo, and I asked the manager there if they had any Microset, Microsol, and he was like, no, but he had a real like. It was funny because he was really trying to. I guess Microset or Microsol must have hurt him in the past or something, because he was really like fuck Microset, Microsol. You know it's better than that. Here, come here, I'll show you something.
He
So
was
he
like
was
Michael
like,
Jordan, and I took
yeah,
it
for
personally.
real, dude. He was like, this shit right here is a one bottle. It's all you need. It's not you don't need a two-part. It's one bottle. It's $3. It has a little brush applicator under the cap attached, so you
Oh,
don't have to
that's
worry
cool.
about, dude. And I've had this one bottle for like ever since I started custom. Like that bottle he sold me that day, I still got it and I still use it. And but yeah,
I'm
it's
terrified of decals.
if you want to use Microset, Microsol, I recommend any of this stuff that we're talking about to beginners. MarkFit, Microset, Microsol. Yeah, decal softener. I was raw dogging it with just water for like a while,
Yeah.
and getting those creases and bubbles, and sometimes they would tear.
I want Brody King
so
so bad. I want my
dude.
Brody King so bad, but I'm just like, I'm terrified of him.
That's so nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Dude. Thought about that. Yeah, it's nerve wracking. Like I've done a couple of CM Punks, using a few different suppliers decals. And I really like Mac decals, CM Punk tattoos in particular. So shout out to him for that if you can get a hold of him. But every time I sit down and do CM Punk tattoos, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do these tattoos, and then I do the chest, which is easy enough. It's like one piece, and then I go to do the arms next, and I'm like, mother bitch. Okay. But yeah, I mean, once like Figgle was saying, once you sit and do it, and you get the hang of it, and you get in your little flow, and you kind of just start blazing through it, and you get it done, it's really therapeutic. It is
Oh man,
really
it's
nerve
so
wracking.
therapeutic.
I think it's almost like that tattoo adrenaline rush because you're so on edge and you're so tense and you're so like you hold your breath a lot and you don't want to get nothing wrong. You don't want it to slide around a bunch and you don't want to touch it
Hmm.
wrong.
Hmm.
So like you're real on edge for that whole like 40 minutes that you're doing the decals or whatever. And then when you finally take a breath and step away from it and let everything dry, it's like that was kind of a rush. That was therapeutic. It looks good.
Yeah. If I could actually give a little bit of advice, if you're worried about starting decals or, messing up something, I would use, obviously Ringside or whoever has these real cheap figures, cheap basics, whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
dude.
get yourself some decals, get yourself a figure, and just kind of work on it. Because if you're working it, it doesn't, you don't care if you mess up, it's still good practice, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like one of the things I did, I had the USA Warrior, and his actually I bought a USA Warrior for cheap on eBay because his front and back tight designs were coming off, and so the guy was, I guess, just trying to unload it. So I bought it for maybe $15, and then I got the front and back decals for it, and then I just started you know kind of like trying my best, and it turned out really well. So it's
Fuck yeah.
you're never gonna know basically until you try it.
No, and I would encourage people too, not only to try that on like some basics that you don't care about. If you have any
Hmm.
broken figures, try it on some broken figures. But not only that, but try to apply those decals in different spots because
Hmm.
that's also really good practice. Like try to do your best to practice getting them on the arms, like doing one image over that bicep cut and being able to cut it and lay it and have it line up right, or
Hmm.
one over the ab cut. Just try different spots, and that way you can learn how each spot lays.
It's tight. You
You know that
mentioned like tattooing. It's like exactly like tattooing. It's not like drawing on a flat sheet of paper. It's like you're drawing on something 3D with like
curves,
curves and
yeah.
bends
You got to worry
and
about
dips.
how it's gonna sit, how it's gonna look when
Exactly.
someone move, when someone stretches, or when they move, how it's gonna look.
Exactly.
Yeah, so think about that. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like the decals are gonna lay different on a chest than they will on like across the butt or on
like
the
the
leg. Yeah,
like
on
these
the front
Oh
of the
fuck yeah.
shorts. Yeah, that's gonna lay completely different than if you were to lay it across his arm or across his back. Yeah,
yeah, so it's
yeah.
very
So just practice on different
Bro's got the
spots on your
Jimmy
figure.
Johns, Brock. That's so
That's what I
fire.
asked him
yeah,
too. When he
man.
told me he'd made that custom, I was like, not the Jimmy Johns, and he showed me the
Yeah.
logo, and I was
It's
like,
just
oh, he hit the Jimmy
Dude, my
Johns.
girl Kylie loves Jimmy John. She also loves your. When I told her I was like, Mr. Figglesworth's gonna be on the pod, she was like, Figglesworth. She's like, I
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
love that.
yeah, I
Copyright
think
not intended.
one of the names I went by, I think I had a IG for maybe a few months, maybe 5 years ago or so, was Fig Old Biddies, and I figured like that one wouldn't
Fuck
Oh
be.
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I
Love
feel
it. Big old
I feel
bitties.
I feel like that one. I was like, maybe not. There's a lot of younger people in this community, and I want to
Hey,
be
not
very
not
inclusive.
wrestling related, but I see your newspaper article behind you. What is that? Who wins?
That was so my alma mater, New Mexico State University. I played football there
Fuck yeah,
for
mommy. Cause I
five.
same dude. Brett, like gotta love the
Yeah,
newspapers.
and so this was. You may have seen us a lot on the bottom 10 on ESPN because the football program there for years was not, it was up and down. It was good, not good, but This one here was for the first time in 60 years, we went to a bowl game and we won. And it was like, I had graduated by that time already. So that was I think December 2018, maybe December 2017.
Party time.
And yeah. And so, a lot of the boys were like, hey, let's go. So we met there. We all charged the field. They were giving out these, I had my ticket. They were giving out the Aggies win paper clippings,
Fuck yeah.
and it was like double overtime. And it was just one of the most fun
Oh, not
times I
double
had.
overtime.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
Double
Love that shit.
overtime, baby.
Yeah.
That's crunch time. Everybody holding hands, saying prayers.
Yeah, it was really, really like so much fun. And I'm in, Southern California, so this was the Arizona Bowl, so it's just like a 4 hour drive. So it wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice,
fun.
dude. So what's it like living in the desert?
Shoot, I don't live in the desert.
Arizona, right?
No,
No, he's
Oh yeah,
SoCal.
you're in Cal. That's
I live
right.
in Southern. I live in LA County, Glendale to be exact.
What's it like being rich?
Yeah, it's cold as fuck over here right now, dude.
I know you
Shit.
ain't. I know you
Dude,
ain't
I'm in
asking me that.
Ohio. Dude, I'm in Ohio, and I walked outside earlier, and like, yeah, if you're a man, and you know when it's too cold.
hmm
Oh boy, it
I
was
was in.
it was
I
immediately
was.
too cold.
I was in the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man, I had no excuse, bro. I walked outside, and I was like, and walked right back inside, and I had to like shake it out, man. I had to,
Oh,
I
that's
had to wait.
George. That's George. I know that line.
hmm
There it is.
I like to pride myself in being these random one-liners and
Me too, bro.
random
That's like
terrible inside jokes.
my language is like movie quotes.
hmm Yeah, me too.
I just got back into Seinfeld though. Like probably pandemic is when I was like, okay, let's sit down and rewatch this. I used to not like it, and now I'm just like legit funniest fucking show ever made.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think that deadpan comedy is like coming back.
It is.
Like people are starting to get an appreciation, like an unironic appreciation for like Jerry Seinfeld and George and all of the deadpan classic stand-uppers.
Yeah.
What's the big idea?
What's
Yeah,
the deal
everybody's
with
in.
Ovaltine?
What's the deal with Ovaltine? Is it chocolate milk? Is it powder? Yeah, I love it, man. People are into it.
Yeah,
It's the whole nostalgia. Nostalgia is coming back.
yeah.
Anything that used to be a part of someone's childhood that they can cling to is so precious nowadays. Like,
You're
man,
telling.
you ought to see the price for so me and Megan went to go. We found some. I think it was somebody had donated. She works at Goodwill as a manager. I've said this before, and people donate like all kinds of wild stuff. And
Hold on.
one of the things.
Tommy
What's
Figgles,
up?
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
What happened?
Your video cut out.
Oh, here, let me see what I can do here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There you are.
There we
There you
go.
go.
My bad, Tom.
I was too
You're
ugly.
good. So what was this? Oh yeah.
Goodwill.
So and people donate crazy stuff to her store all the time. And one of the things that someone had donated was like a Game Boy Color with like a bunch of Pokemon games and like some Barbie games and stuff like that. And we took it to our local game store, who we're friends with the owner, and we took it up there, and we had no idea, like, you know what I mean. I haven't messed around with like Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Red in I want to say like 15, 20 years, maybe 15 years.
I played it 4 days
And
ago. Fucking love
I've played emulators, dude. I've played emulators, a few years ago, as early as a few years back. But I mean, like the actual plastic, yeah, the actual real thing. So it's been a long time, and we took it in, and just the price on those games is stupid, bro. We're
Jeez.
talking like they offered us, and like, you know how you go to a game store and they're gonna lowball you. They're gonna
Oh
give you
fuck
like the
yeah,
lowest possible.
basement.
They wanted to
Yeah.
give us like $70 for each cartridge, and I was like, "What, dude? You're out of your mind." I know I've got like a bunch of these in like my nightstand drawer. You know what I mean? Like, uh-oh, Figgles disappeared again.
I don't know what's happening.
You're John Cena on all over the place, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back.
Are you on that Fiend shit, that Bray Wyatt shit, where it just goes out and he's gonna have like a Firefly logo up here?
She's like, yeah.
Uncle
That's gonna be
Uncle
dope, bro.
Uncle Howdy.
You're Uncle Howdy.
Bro, speaking of, when is he gonna just walk out of the curtain, man? It's like been a month and a half now.
Who
I'm
the
like,
hell is it, man? Who is it? Who's
it's
Uncle
Bray.
Howdy?
It's Bray. Obviously,
Tell
it's
me,
Bray.
Jason. Tell me. Is it Bray?
I've heard
It's
so
gotta
many
be
different
Bray.
things.
If it's not Bray, it's a fucking mistake, because there's nobody else. There's no other big bad wolf other than Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
If anybody's bigger than Bray, who Bray's listening to, then yeah, that's a mistake.
I feel it's gonna be Bray, but I feel like there's gonna be a bunch of different. It's got like a split personality thing, like the Fiend times like 100. There's gonna be like so many different things.
Goddamn,
I've heard
him.
it could be Barry Windham. I've heard it could be Bo Dallas.
Barry Windham. Ah.
I've heard it could be Mike Rotunda.
It's got to be Bray. If it's not Bray, I'm just gonna be like, that's a fucking waste.
Yeah,
like,
it's a waste.
We were all speculating. Will and I were talking for like a month about who he's gonna come back, who's gonna be his first opponent. Nobody ever said he's gonna be fucking fighting himself.
Yeah, dude.
Apparently
like,
he's got apparently the sheets are saying he's got 100% creative control on it, so that might be
like
a
the
blessing and a
cinematic
curse.
match. He did that one cinematic match. He did the Hardy compound match, dude, and ever since then, he just got like hasn't not been high from it.
Yeah.
So he's like the king of cinematic matches.
That and the Randy Orton one too.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like the Randy Orton where he set
set him on fire.
Set it on fire.
Yeah.
Created the Fiend.
And then the actual Funhouse match with John Cena.
Ah, so lit, dude. NWO for life.
The Wyatt Swamp match.
Yeah, with Braun.
Yeah, dude, he's done some dope cinematic stuff, man.
I mean, that pandemic era is kind of like gonna go down as one of those, you know, it's like the art school kid versus the kid who couldn't go to art school, and to see who made a better movie. Because like,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, on one end you had the Fiend, like, who was, I mean, when he was first being booked and Bray was running those cinematic matches that we're talking about, it was actually like the one thing people look forward to watching during the pandemic. That and Drew McIntyre as champion, that was a big pandemic thing. He kind of carried the pandemic era with SmackDown.
Yeah, that's
I don't even think I was watching WWE during the Thunderdome.
I mean, I just remember seeing people putting up pictures of Chris Benoit on their Thunderdome avatar.
Yeah, KKK guys,
Fire Velveteen Dream, like all these different.
The whole thing was crazy. That whole thing.
Fire Velveteen Dream. Hell yeah. Fuck Velveteen Dream.
All these problematic people in wrestling.
The only one, man, like, I heard all of those Me Too things, and you know, it sucks that some of those guys that I watched and I liked their work, and then I found out they were actual like creeps,
sleazebags.
But yeah, sleazebags. The only one that I felt bad for was Marty Skrull.
Yeah, the villain.
I feel like he got okey doked into that situation, and it sucks for him. But that's the only one I really kind of felt bad for, and I was like, dang, that he kind of, I feel like the details kept coming out about it. He was kind of, if anyone was in the wrong place at the wrong time and it was unfortunate that it happened to them, it was Marty. Everybody else, like Joey Ryan, he can go fuck
Yeah,
off. He can fuck right off.
I remember going to some of his bar wrestling shows, and just even in person, like he looked like he smelled like cotton candy and regret. Like
Yeah.
he just no
Baby
thanks.
oil.
That's actually a show that was Joey Ryan used to promote these shows in like a VFW, called it Bar Wrestling, and
Yeah, that's his company, right? Bark.
yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
first time I saw Luchasaurus was there, and he's pretty impressive in person.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Joey Ryan looks like he smells like baby oil and cum.
Ew.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him and fuck his pube lollipops and fuck all his gimmick. He was weird. Velveteen was weird. That Jimmy Havoc thing. I thought Jimmy Havoc. I didn't know who was a ripoff of who when I first saw him and Darby at the All In.
I loved Jimmy.
It was my first exposure to both of them, and I was like, "Who's a ripoff of who?" I want to know who came first. Is Jimmy a ripoff of Darby? Is Darby a ripoff of Jimmy? Because like they're the same guy, but they're not the same guy. But yeah, to find out he was a creep, I wasn't really surprised, but I wasn't really upset because I wasn't really into Jimmy.
God, I love Jimmy. I feel like I started the hashtag push Jimmy Havoc. You sick fuck.
Yeah,
Love
you
that
sick
dude.
fuck.
Yeah.
You sick fuck.
yeah.
But
And,
I
you know,
mean, yeah, go ahead.
they say that, you know, in wrestling, it's always the people who have their personalities dialed up to 11 that are the most natural for them. So it makes sense that guys like Joey Ryan and these other creeps are like, oh, no wonder.
Right.
I don't think, if I remember correctly, Jimmy Havoc didn't do anything with any underage girls. I think it was just he is the violent one. He likes to hit girls. He's a little guy. You know, he's not a big dude, but he just likes to hit his girlfriends.
Kind of like the who was it recently?
Nash Carter.
Kimberly's husband, Nash Carter, right? Yeah, he apparently. And
First it was he's a Nazi, and then it
I'm
was
just gonna use allegedly in all of this because I don't know any facts.
Yeah, use
so,
allegedly.
Right.
Yeah, it's all alleged.
But allegedly he would like to beat up on her too, which is, if true, it's definitely not something
you can be a fan of, for sure.
Yeah, you can't support that. Yeah.
No.
You can't be like, oh, I love that guy. That's my boy.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I can't be a hypocrite because I preach separating the work of Chris Benoit because I don't know, for me naturally in my mind, I'm able to separate like what he did was fucked up and you can't forgive it, you can't forget it. It changed everything. But like I don't know, man. I grew up and he was one of the main dudes on the screen that I was cheering for, like one of the main mid carders that I was like, that dude's good.
Wolverine.
That dude's good.
I was always a Malenko guy.
Yeah, Malenko too. Yeah, Malenko too. And he had great matches with Benoit.
Seeing those Ray and Malenko, like
all the radicals, like the radicals.
Yeah, all the radicals, bro. All
step
the
above.
But for me, it was in
Benoit,
WCW
Malenko, Guerrero,
when I first got a hold of these Malenko Mysterio matches I was like, what's the cruiserweight title? I don't even know what that means.
Dude, yes.
I was young enough to where I was like, I don't even know what that means, but it's awesome. Like, but these guys are just doing stuff that I was like, ooh, this is nice. And then you know, spouted off to Ultimo Dragon. He's got 42 belts. Oh,
yes, dude,
he must be really good.
Eddie Guerrero, like
it was a cruisers for me too, dude. Me and Jason talked about it.
Yeah, they obviously, you said WCW, the NWO, Goldberg, blah blah
for
blah.
Sure.
But those mid carders, Chris Jericho,
carried
the cruiserweights, carried
Mm-hmm.
WCW through the 90s. Like that
it's
kept wrestling
the,
fans
the
there.
main acts, like NWO and the main acts were doing so good. Goldberg, they were like Goldberg's matches were what 30 seconds, and NWO did mainly what cause a havoc. So they were the entertainment. But I feel like the cruiserweights are what gave us the wrestling, man. Like that whole era.
For
The
sure.
wrestling came from those cruisers, bro, trying to get out there and do the damn thing. And like
Absolutely.
hats off to Bischoff for at least putting those guys on TV and seeing that was a good idea and that was generating numbers.
Oh
Because
yeah.
WWE was home of the Giants. It's just big sweaty guys out there slapping meat.
Big meaty
And
man
yeah,
slapping meat.
big
Fuck
meaty
yeah.
men slapping meat. But yeah, dude, thank God though we got to see people like Psychosis and Ultimo Dragon and Juventud and Ray and Malenko and
Hitman,
Benoit and
Ravens,
all those
Flock.
guys.
Dude, I
Yeah,
loved them
Ravens
all.
like Lodi and yeah, dude, all those guys.
While we're on the subject of WCW, one of the best things I enjoyed about the original incarnation of the WWE Network was the WCW early 90s pay-per-views that I was just like reliving my childhood. So I was the 91 Halloween Havoc,
Yeah, dude.
Chamber of Horrors, like the worst best thing I've ever seen in my life. I just loved every second of it.
Dude, some of the old like Bad Bloods and Starcades are actually pretty effed up too, pretty botchy in a beautiful way.
Yeah. But just the fact that you can have a match where a electric chair comes down from the from the ceiling
Yeah, just
and you throw somebody in it and it's just so
gimmicky as
good.
fuck. Yeah.
So good. It's so bad it's good.
And cut to commercial here, first follow commercial, and just say that if you're not already following Mr. Figglesworth, It Figures 89 or Chaos Wrestling Club, to please go over to our profiles, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a comment, let us know what you think. Our guest, especially Mr. Figglesworth, go peep what he's got cooking. I think you'll like.
So yeah, this one guy asked the other day, like he sent me this picture of probably the second custom I ever did was my Ichiban Hogan. And like
Oh, nice.
he sent that, he's like, how much? So I told him how much and he's like, okay, let me get back to you. And it's another one of those, oh, well, didn't get back to me.
Did you use a Hogan and repaint it, or do you have a formula for it? Because if that's your first one,
This is my second one.
or
So
your second one, I mean.
this is just the defining moments Hogan. Torso cracked, took off the legs, painted the crotch and the boots. 3XR got me a decal for the
Who'd you
logo.
torso crack with?
What did I torso crack? How did I torso crack it?
No, I mean, like, what did you use to replace the torso crack?
No, it's the same torso.
Oh,
Yeah. You can see there's a little um
oh, I see now. I see
yeah.
The neck
about
gap.
Yeah, the neck gap there. But yeah, so I might actually, with all the Hogans they got coming out, I might remake it with the one with double jointed arms and a
double
little
jointed arms. Yeah, that's why I had asked which one it was.
Dude, those Lugers were on sale for like $6 the other day, and I was like, this is a custom man's dream.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, Flexi Lexi's been on sale everywhere, dude.
I picked up 3 of those, and then I picked up 4 Ultimate Mr. T's for all strictly for customs. And
See
I think
that?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna I have the Elite Harlem Heat that I think I might make into customs, custom ultimates.
I
But
have
I
the
think I'm
Brian. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's cool. I think I was gonna do the Stevie Ray as NWO Stevie Ray, and then I'm gonna do
Oh,
the
I got one of
Booker.
those.
I'm gonna do the Booker as a TV champ Booker with like the white long tights.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
yeah, I've got a thing with white gear, man. I don't know.
Clean. Just way clean. It's way too hard for me though. Like every time a belt comes in that has white on it, I'm like, oh motherfucker. Like, and there's only like 2. But
Yeah.
every time. But the NWA sell, and I'm like, oh, these motherfucking this white. I wish I could get some white ink or something and just like pin drip it in, or like find a trick that like doesn't get so thick and nasty. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I did, I know whenever you had sent me your proto straps, what I had done for, what was it, the IWGP US title, how I got it red was I took some red Vallejo paint and dipped it in the middle and used my finger to spread it. And dude, like messy, but it worked way better than any brush that I had because I used every brush I had no matter what. I was getting like the paint streaked or like it wasn't sitting right in some spots. Like it'd sit higher, the paint would sit higher than some spots.
Now
And
that
it
I
was really pissing me
think,
off.
now that I think,
Use
I
your
don't know if
finger, bro.
I don't know if I've done a white strap. Now that I think about
I did it with the red and with the white.
Yeah, I just paint.
Use your
I
finger,
just
bro.
Yeah, and like just add. I mean, I just add a lot of water to the white paint.
No, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I do. I just thin it down to where it just drips in like ink now, and if I need add more, add more.
Oh,
the,
you mean
the
in
water
the
will
plates?
evaporate.
I thought you meant like the strap.
No, like in the plates.
In the plates. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I might
the
I
tiny
might have to.
letters getting inside the A of Japan, like
Oh, like yeah.
it's like
We had tried. I know we tried using enamel, like enamel.
yeah, and that
paint.
was trash.
I know. Yeah, it gets too thick, bro. And like
Yeah.
when you thin it, it gets cloudy and.
But that goes back to like what we were talking about earlier. It's like it's a turtle, it's more or less a turtle race. Like figure out what's gonna look best before you push it out. When I first started, I was just like, 2-week belts, go. And I think I saw somebody selling one of my belts, like a rookie card belt, an NWA on 101 maybe. Will sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, that's that Chaos rookie card right there. But it was I was just like, man, it's like what Jordan and us were talking about the other day. It's like a year ago's belts versus today's belts. It's
Yeah.
night and day. So just
Speaking of which, I think I might have to hit you up for this AWS title and the NYWC title to add to the belt collector broski
Yeah,
here.
dude.
Oh man,
Yeah,
look
I got
at
the
him.
rookie card. I got the rookie card. Chase FTW belt with the reverse plates.
That shit's nasty, dude. Throw it away.
Inverted, the inverted plates.
That's
Yeah,
just
dude.
so nasty.
That's just dope, dude. I'm never gonna throw it away.
I think that would be awesome for this because I have so far there's 3 different belt makers who've contributed to the belt maker the belt collector broski here.
Fuck
So
yeah.
I think we got to get you on there too, man. Got to get those AWS title, which basically is a NWA TV title, like from back in the day, and then the NYWC title.
Hell yeah. I think I have the NWA TV.
I'll send you images. I'm sure. I feel like Hellfire Hellfire can hook you up.
Yeah. I
Cough,
want to make you a custom belt too. I've been thinking.
Oh,
I've been
snap.
playing with it. I've been playing with it a little.
Nice. That means I have to make myself a custom. Oh, I hope we lost him.
It happens every once in a while as the UFO crashes.
Yeah. I love that gimmick, the UFO. That's so great.
Yeah, dude. Roswell crash.
Oh, so I told you what happened, right, with that Cody, Supreme Cody, right?
With the legs.
Yeah. So
I was trying to say I got a rookie.
Oh, nice.
That's what he was. That's what that dude was selling, dude. Trash.
No dome. No dome.
No dome. Flat, extorted, like extruded. Just, I don't know what I was doing, bro.
Sorry, Figgles. Go ahead though.
No, it's cool. The wife and I were on
Cody.
a little vacation and went to Walmart in San Diego, and I found the Walmart exclusive Cody Supreme, and those Jaguars legs boot popped right off. So I was like, I hit them up, and they're like, oh, we let me see if I can pull it up. They're like, we're so sorry, we don't have that one in stock, but we can.
Now see, look, check this out. I got the same one right here that you're talking about, and everybody's boots were coming off. So
yeah.
Oh, you're the one that was like, here, have a Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, no, they were.
Yeah, but look, is this what you're talking about? Is this how yours broke by doing this?
Absolutely.
And then the other leg.
I didn't open my Walmart.
That's fine.
So it was like they sent down, oh, below I have provided some replacement options. Please let me know if you're interested. AEW one figure pack
Here's
unrivaled
the
wave
Riho.
3 Riho, unrivaled wave 5 Frankie Kazarian, and unrivaled wave 5 Scorpio Sky. So out of the
That's a
three, I was
hurt,
like,
bro.
I had to pick Scorpio Sky, so at least it's something. And then
That's a hurt.
yeah, but
You can
those
at least-
Supremes are nice.
You could use that Scorpio Sky and make you an AEW balance.
or like a fuck, not a
Jay
client,
Lethal.
Swerve.
Yeah,
Swerve, yeah.
Swerve.
I love the detail on these things, man.
Bro, it's bananas, dude. It's so that coat is fucking mint.
Dude, it's so nice.
Love the coat, bro.
I don't have any of my
Yeah, everything
toys.
about it's really good. The Nightmare logo on the back, they got it all, dude.
From what I've seen though, his tattoo is different from the Walmart version to the regular Supreme release.
With the white, I hear people bitching about that too.
Yeah.
The tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no white?
Some
Yeah.
have white and some don't.
Oh, mine does not. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to?
Yeah, because it's like an American flag.
You have the other one?
No, I don't.
Look at the Target one.
I don't have the Target one. I only got the Walmart one because I like the legs better. I'm from Jacksonville, so I had to get it. Dude, Jags suck. Jags fucking their butthole, dude. But I had to get it because it looks tight.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get it because it's Cody, Prince of Pro Wrestling.
Adrenaline.
Something, Cody Rhodes.
Something, Cody.
Best meme.
Oh shit, that's funny because when those AEW figs came out, that's when my wife's hatred for Cody Rhodes started because I would always talk about, oh, there's a new Cody figure, oh, there's a new Cody figure.
Dude,
Like,
in our
you got
house,
so much heat for that.
We have a rule in our house, bro. We never boo Cody
You
Rhodes.
don't boo Cody.
You
It's
don't
part of
boo
it's a
Cody.
club rule.
That's right. You don't boo Cody.
I do think, however, she gained respect when we watched Hell in the Cell and he came out with his freaking chest, and she's like, "Oh
That
my
purple
god,
titty boy.
yeah,
Boy, that purple titty got bigger as the match went on too. Oh my god.
yeah." Poor schmuck.
He did it to himself, dude. Not for nothing. He's just a beast. He just loves wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
such mixed feelings. That WrestleMania pop, that was such mixed feelings because I was just like,
dude, I know the chat was
you
popping off.
motherfucking traitor,
Our group
dude.
chat was popping off that night.
I was so excited. Like, I had like when at first they're like, "Oh, Cody Rhodes working without a contract in AEW." I'm like, he's not going anywhere.
No chance. No chance. Elite for life.
Like, I was telling people that my prediction was that because Tony had just announced he had bought ROH after Cody, had been absent for like a month or 2 months. And so there were kind of mumblings and grumblings in the wrestling community anyway. And I thought, I even told Jason, I was like, I think that Cody is going to spearhead ROH. Because arguably, now at the time, I said arguably,
good, for sure.
At the time, this is pre Cody showing up in WWE. So I was like, at the time, arguably one of the best versions of Cody so far was ROH Cody.
Dude, I loved the Indies and ROH Cody.
The American Nightmare. That was the American Nightmare.
That was, yeah.
With his Ring of Honor, his Ring of Honor that he would kiss.
Actual ring, of honor. So I said that I think that he would spearhead ROH, and you know how in the same way that Chris Jericho made AEW a cool big thing with his name, I thought Cody would spearhead ROH and make ROH a cool big thing with his name. Yeah. And kind of build it off the back of Cody Rhodes, much like Tony built AEW off the back of Jericho. So that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Cody was just going to, copy, paste, rinse, and repeat the formula of how he got AEW big and just do the same thing with Cody with ROH. But no, dude. Cody had ulterior motives. He wants the big one. He wants to win it for Daddy.
Yeah, he's gonna do his daddy's job. Fuck yeah.
I don't blame him, bro.
And bring that belt back home.
I'm yeah, I'm gonna use the word. I'm a mark for stuff like that because I lost my father ran like kind of around the same age when he did, and it's just kind
R.I.P.
of
dude.
parallels, and it's just it sits tight with me. So I'm definitely on board with him winning that one.
Oh, me too. Like
Yeah,
Tommy just said, we don't boo him. Whatever he does
yeah.
No.
is rule. It's law. We follow him. I told him I'd follow him to hell, and
Yeah, that's right,
let's
dude.
fucking ride, homie.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Papa Figgles, and like we said, dude, we follow Cody to hell, and we don't. Like I said, once the shock took over and it passed like a passing storm. Once the clouds cleared up a little bit in my eyes, and I kind of saw the bigger picture. Once Cody, had that tearful uh, monologue about how he can't win it, he can't bring it home for the American dream, but he can bring it home for the American nightmare.
Hmm.
And he was all like, his voice was cracking, he was tearing up, and that,
Well,
you
who
know what I
else
mean?
is gonna beat Roman too? Like
At
Sammy,
this point,
Sammy, bro,
Sammy, stop.
come on, bro,
Sammy can't even beat Jay, bro.
dude, Sammy for sure.
Sammy ain't even gonna beat
Sammy,
Jay.
Sammy
I
doing his
mean,
dance with the
the
Sammy's gonna
titles,
get kicked
like,
out of the
the
Sammy's
couple
gonna
of
get kicked out of the
people,
bloodline, and Kevin's gonna show back up, and they're
and
gonna
they're gonna win
take
the
those
tag belts.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
the couple of people that I've thought could fill that shoes, Roman's already beat, and I think the only two people left. I mean,
Seth
he's already
freaking
fought Cena.
Rollins.
He's already fought Cena. No, he's already fought Rollins.
Well,
Um,
Rollins won.
I
Yeah,
think that I think the only couple people left that could do it are probably either The Rock or Cody, and they're not going to do The Rock.
Can't be part timer. Don't just
Yeah.
no, it
stop
better
with
not be The
part
Rock.
timers.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring something out here.
Bust it.
I'm
Do it,
gonna
dude.
do two of my little favorite, let's say my
How
favorite
big is it,
obscure.
dude?
Not that big. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay.
Some of my favorite
Same, dude.
more obscure pieces. Both of them helped be made. Both helped were being made real by Jordan at House 14. But
Tight.
we got my boy with those kitties
Oh, I love the kitties,
with
dude.
Daryl, and I always forget the red cat's name, but Yushinko or something. No, that's the doll. And then we got this one is like I don't know why I'm just such a nerd for this, but
Oh, the turkey. I
Oh
saw that.
yeah,
the
Yeah, dude.
the
the
the chicken the
turkey
chicken
hand, dude.
the chicken hand.
Chicken hand, dude.
This thing
Fuck
is so
yeah.
heavy. The arm like it's so heavy.
My turn.
Dude, I remember seeing that on Nitro and he was either punching somebody or chasing somebody with the turkey. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to get one of these.
Funk was on a different level with the
He
pantyhose,
really was,
and
dude.
he was just
Yeah,
on a whole different. He was like
He was
entertainment
a method
before it was
actor, dude.
entertainment. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Really, he
But
was a method
no,
wrestler.
he wasn't method, bro. He was just crazy.
He really
Yeah,
was
that
shot
checks
out,
out.
bro.
Yeah, man. That's those are two of my more obscure pieces, and then
What would Figgles? What would probably be your favorite piece that you've ever made? Just like
that
most proud of
that
piece.
I've ever made, I would say the All Out Cody or the All In Cody,
Yeah.
just because that's kind of like took started the whole thing. One of the ones that I'm most proud of, I'd say once it gets finished, probably Bernard, but until then, Moose, because Moose took a lot of different avenues and turns, and I couldn't get his knee pads to seal correctly, so I had to find the right combination of sealer, and then so it was a real battle. I actually got some more stuff to make different colorful um colorful attires for him, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'd say most proud of Cody, or my favorite Cody, most proud of probably Bernard or Moose.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And what's your favorite belt that you've made?
Dang, my favorite belt. Probably
Yeah.
dang, I don't know. I'm still working on a lot of them. Probably Probably the customs. This is like the one-off customs that I get to make. I made Tommy's belt. I made Tommy a belt with the logo on it. It's
I
gonna be
saw
cool.
that.
I can't wait till it's painted. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna paint it. I'm gonna let him paint it and do his own freestyle to it.
Nice.
But yeah, just the custom belts. Obviously, I have the little chaos belt. That's super cool. That's plated on it's the TNA Impact belt. But yeah, just the little one-offs, I guess.
Right on. And I guess the cage too. Sorry for mine to go back to mine.
No, go.
That cage. I'm actually thinking about making another one, and then
Your cage is super clean.
Dude, look how clean the white is. Just like jumps off.
I'm thinking about making one, and then because he wrestles at like PCW and stuff out here, so I think I'm gonna make one and take it over to him. Maybe pop one of House's heads on there.
I was just about to ask if that's 14's head.
No, it's not. It's definitely not as good. Yeah. So I actually have a nice growing list I'm gonna order from him. I just gotta get my stuff organized before I do it.
Same.
Oh, but yeah, that white, it's especially on the knee pads was a bit tough because it wasn't.
Do you want to spill the beans on what white you use, or do you want to keep that close to the chest?
Dude, I can spill the beans. Hold on, let me. The door's closed, but I got Citadel.
The Scar.
I got Scar that I use sometimes. I have the Vallejo white, and then I have the.
Because I know there's that gray white. What is that Citadel like? Almost like, is that the?
It's like a mother of pearl or something like that.
Bone white, I think it's called
bone white. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a gray white, but everybody's always sold out of Scar. Like I go to the game shops, and Scar is hard to find.
Corax white too.
Corax, that's that gray shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. For the Cody, for all the white ones I've done so far, it's been white spray primer.
But like rattle can?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 different coats. The last one I did was, where is it? The last one I did was a actual, just, I think it was the Vallejo white diluted in my air sprayer. My
I don't know if this is a dumb question, but do you guys like disassemble to paint?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So this JBL I made basically out of a Mean Mark and Brock legs. You know how Mean Mark had like the red stripe going across the top. I tried painting that just by myself without getting it on his torso, and it didn't work, so I had to fix that. So for me, I just take everything, I disassemble everything, and just kind of, for there it gets a lot easier.
Right.
Oh, that's what it was.
Now, you spray seal it and then assemble it?
So what I do is I assemble it. Once everything's painted, I reassemble. Like for Moose, I reassembled it, right? And then I did the decal work. Then I spray sealed it. So like for his chest, like for his legs, like his knee pads and his boots and stuff, I did,
do you reassemble with hot water or with hair dryer? So like stick the legs back on and stuff.
Hot water.
Hot water. Now, are you ever, now say that some of your paint gets messed up in the hot water during that process of you getting the paint hot and then putting it back on. Do you go over the touch-ups before or after the decals?
It depends, because if the decals are going in that area, I'll do it after the decals. But if it's beforehand, and when it comes to putting like legs back on, you don't even need it to be that hot, and you don't even need it to be in there for that long, and they'll just pop right back on. But yeah, so, or at least in my experience on it.
Oh, that's the juice.
Yeah, but yeah, so the Cody was all rattle can. It was all like a Tamayo white primer, To My America or whatever primer, and it was that's all that one was. That was like no hand painted at all, just hand decaled. I love the
God, it's
I love
awesome.
the do the work on the back of this
Hell
little.
fucking yeah.
I love it. Mattel needs to step their game up when it comes to their weight belts, because like this one's got a buckle, but the Hogan
Yeah.
ones don't have buckles.
Did Hogan
But
have
then
buckles on his? Yeah, obviously. He
yeah,
had to.
but then Macho's got a buckle,
Does.
so it's like get with the program. I wonder if their Cody the Ultimate Cody coming out is going to have a buckle or not.
I always go back to like it's
I
why
hope
we
so. I'm getting it.
it's why we make our shits look so much better. Is because we give a fuck. You know?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, you
like
gotta want to.
they don't give a fuck. So they're just like, we'll make X amount of dollars on this. Put the Cody UE out, and I'm just like, it could have been way fucking better if you just waited 6 months and then actually blah 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 whatever. So
well,
there's
from the
gripes
look of
with
it,
Mattel and Jazz, obviously.
from the look of it, the Cody one's still not coming out for a while. The Cody Ultimate, so that maybe they got time to do whatever they want to do.
I missed that boat.
Yeah, I'm grabbing that one.
Did you buy one, Figgles?
Yeah, I got one. I got one coming.
See, now I'm gonna have to
I
pay
got one coming.
$120 for one, like a fucking mark.
I tried to get multiple, but I couldn't. I barely got away with one. Yeah, see the Hogan.
It's my favorite figure, dude.
Yeah.
That's like,
dude.
That's like I think
Hogan.
after when I got back in, so I got back into collecting and shit right when AEW dropped their line, but that's Hogan's UE was on shelves at that and like legit that same month.
Yeah,
Hogan and Fiend. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like hunting AEW figures, and I'm like, oh my god, look at this Hogan, and I think it's my favorite Mattel figure ever made. Is that Hollywood?
So good.
If his skin tones were just just a little bit more tan Hogan like they are now,
yeah,
it would be like a 10 out of 10. Did you change it?
No, I wish, but I think that's actually a good idea because the Hogan Ultimates are still on clearance at the ones by me.
And dude, did you see on Amazon those yellow Hogans are like $22 on Amazon right now?
Dude, I might have to pull the trigger on that too.
Because yeah, the only thing wrong with that is he's just a little. I mean, he's tan, but he's not, Hogan tan.
Yeah.
But that's definitely my favorite. My favorite Mattel figure ever made probably is that Hollywood Hogan.
I actually have something I might. If you've made the big gold, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna send you. I've got some decals to go, or maybe you might be able to do it better yourself for the NWO for the
I was
big
thinking
gold
about
for him.
stenciling it and like making because I can print and cut like small intricate stuff, obviously. So I was thinking about cutting out a small little like Banksy decal and putting it over and legit spray painting NWO on it.
That might be cool. Because I got some decals that for this big gold that I have for him.
I'll just send you some stuff to play with too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Fuck yeah.
I even have the that was it Elite 91 Hogan, the with the long pants. I've got him, and I've got an old WWF tag title for him to play the air guitar on with him and Edge.
Oh, it's so good.
So that's all good stuff.
Was Hogan the first dude to air guitar the belt too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure, dude.
That Jimi Hendrix shit.
Hell yeah, that would be child.
Yes, sir.
Kyle O'Reilly. Fucking love him.
Yeah, I hope he's got some gnarly injuries happening right now.
They all do, man. Like,
y'all see Bobby Fish out there actually really beating motherfuckers up,
dude. He's knocking motherfuckers out,
actually
making me proud, dude.
Did you see?
Call out CM Punk, dude.
Did you see Sammy's was like calling commentary on that, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to see me box?" And the crowd went mild. They didn't say no. They didn't give a shit. They're like, "Get out of here, bro."
Well, Bobby can like fight. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like a legit He like
Yeah,
knows like
he's a
3 or 4
legit
ways.
martial artist.
Yeah, he like
Yeah.
knows 3 or 4 ways to fight.
Yeah, he won too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he's a legit fighter.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Will one more time for sending me. Will, such a mark. Love him.
Straight up, I love Will.
He gonna be
He's
on the
same
pod.
one.
He gonna be on the pod soon.
Nice.
Same dude. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, my battery is getting kind of low, so we are gonna have to wrap up the pod soon.
All right.
So, we can plug everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
go
getting
call it.
anything that you got coming up. I know you said you're still finishing the Giant Bernard.
I've got a head coming for a TNA Nash, and then
Okay.
once that Ruthless Aggression Nash drops, I'm gonna use that to make that TNA Nash with you guys have already seen in the
Like short gray hair, gray wolf
Yeah.
Nash. Yeah.
you guys have already seen in the group chat the silver, metallic silver that
Yeah,
doesn't
the
really
decal layover.
yeah, that doesn't really it doesn't really
Translate well on camera.
picture well, yeah. But
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be using that for this Legends title.
Trust
And
us though, it's dope. It does look sick.
yeah, it looks sweet.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
take
try
my
to
word for it.
I'll try to put something over on here too.
And then I'm gonna do the Booker because I got new displays coming Saturday. They're basically like decals on steroids. They're twice as wide.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
I got your
So-
backdrops, bro.
Like a trophy
dude.
shelf.
Yeah, basically. So I think that's like my priority next. And
Dope,
then
dope.
it's gonna be probably the Booker and the Stevie Ray, because they're both gonna go on that Attitude Era shelf. And then what do I got over there? Maybe with the new Bam Bam double jointed arms, put them on the ECW Bam Bam. I want to make a Bam Bam Gordy to go with my Michael Hayes and those US tag straps. Let's see. And then I got this New Japan shelf that I'm going to be doing some work on. I think I've got a AJ Bullet Club AJ in the works. I've got a Carl Anderson and Trunks in the works.
You
for
got a Bullet Club shelf in the works?
It's just a New Japan shelf. It's a Japan shelf, not a New Japan shelf, because I've got like Abdullah. I've got an Abdullah that actually Chargrove. A shout out to Chargrove.
Dude, Chris is the fucking man, bro.
Chargrove hooked it up with Abby.
Yeah, Chris is the man. He gave me my buff and my Steiner and my Rodman, and I get so many shout outs on that buff bag while they're like, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, go see Chris, bro.
Yeah, he hooked it up, and this Abby came with two heads, a bloody head and a non-bloody head.
Fuck yeah, dude! He did that body too, didn't he?
He did the chest because
he made him fat. He made him fat and had titties. Yeah.
Yeah, the chest I think is the viscera.
I saw him working on that.
Viscera.
Yeah. Other than that, I've got the LAX, the Santana and Ortiz. I'm gonna make those because I'm gonna have an Impact / TNA shelf. So I'm gonna have LAX versions of them.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
You got Conan going?
Not really, because I don't know about making because if I'm gonna make something, I want to make like a Conan from back in the day, from when he looked like the Mexican Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Like buff.
That's what I'm saying. I need a Conan for my
with
NWO
the boxer shorts
sure.
hanging out and the flannel tie around the waist.
And then,
rowdy.
I think I'm also gonna be where is it?
I love that he had 50 things going at once, dude. That's me too.
Yeah,
I'm just a motherfucking juggler, dude.
Yeah. And then there's I wanted to make a AWA Big Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig, but I just gotta find Jordan if you want to make some heads for those, or if Daniel wants to design some heads, and Jordan
also diamond stud. Let's get some diamond studs going.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Daniel, diamond stud. Damn.
Yeah, diamond stud would be nice. And then just basically
and don't forget your Secret Santa, not a plug.
That's already done, brother.
Oh hell yeah!
Look at you.
It is a plug.
That's already
We're
done.
still waiting. I know. I'm still waiting on Federation's package that contains mine and like 4 or 5 other customizers.
I'm
that
shipping
we're
my
waiting.
shit out this weekend.
I may have to push the ship out date and
Yeah.
give everybody another couple weeks to get it done.
Nah, light a fire. This motherfucker's
Yeah.
gonna get this shit done. It's got to be
Well,
done by
we're waiting.
Christmas.
We're waiting on the USPS, bro.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, we're waiting on
motherfuckers.
Federation to give all of us our heads. Damn it.
We'll call them.
No, they've sent it out. It's just USPS needs to tighten up. It's the holidays, so
I'm sending my shit out this week, but I don't think any of my shit's going international. So it'll
Mine
be,
it.
you know,
Yeah, this is international.
5 days.
But yeah, so yeah, so I've got the Secret Santa. I know Figglesworth is part of it. I've got the Secret Santa going on. And we've got the tournament. As always, we've got the tournament for the sightings of the week coming in December as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Prizes involved with that.
I got a WrestleCade sale coming up too, so follow for some good ass prices on some cool shit.
Ooh, doggy.
WrestleCade's not what? When is WrestleCade? Next weekend?
Next weekend, Bubba. Yeah,
not all out or not full gear, but the weekend after. So yeah, it'll be
Yep.
Thanksgiving week.
Yep, Thanksgiving weekend.
So how
Y'all are gonna meet up out there, right?
Shit. Hell yeah!
AKA Black Friday sale. Yeah, dude.
That's what's up.
So many mega powers out there for real life.
God damn, it's gonna be dope.
You gotta do the handshake.
Yeah, the earth is gonna shake beneath us, and the fucking skies are gonna part, the heavens are gonna part, and there's gonna be a single light that comes down and shines upon us.
The aliens that will go into. The aliens are gonna take us,
bro. It's not little cherubs with wings. It's my alien brethren. But yeah, so that's all of us. That's what we got going on. Make sure to give all of us a follow.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, boys. I appreciate you guys taking the time for me.
Yeah, thank you too, brother.
Oh, let's do this again.
Fuck yeah. Too so wee. For a second, I was like, let's start talking about like customs again, but it felt so good to just be like, Bray Wyatt, fuck yeah. Cody Rhodes, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
America, fuck yeah.
Cody
Hell
Rhodes,
yeah.
fuck yeah. America, fuck yeah.